The Metroidvania subgenre's popularity has erupted with the rise of downloadable titles and the burgeoning indie scene. Their emphasis on exploration and character building make them an instant favorite for those who are looking for retro gaming experiences with contemporary flavor. In addition to contemporary flavor, Guacamelee is also spiced with chili powder and served with a shot of tequila. It's a south-of-the-border style adventure packed with plenty of platforming and pugilism, as well as a sexy senorita in distress. It might also be, surprisingly, one of the best games you'll play all year. You play as a simple agave farmer named Juan, who finds himself having the worst Dia de los Muertos celebration ever when an evil Charo named Calaca abducts El Presidente's daughter and sends Juan to the underworld. In a small stroke of luck, Juan is resurrected and transformed into a luchador so that he may rescue El Presidente's daughter and stop Calaca from wreaking havoc among the living. The plot of Guacamelee is what pico de gallo is to a taco. It provides color and flavor, but certainly isn't the main attraction. A healthy dose of humor and Mexican culture and folklore do distinguish Guacamelee from its contemporaries, however, and give it a unique ambiance. Unlike most Metroidvania-style games, Guacamelee places a huge emphasis on platforming, and some optional areas have an almost Super Meat Boy-like difficulty, requiring quick and precise actions to traverse the obstacles laid out. Most of Juan's offensive repertoire doubles as a means to navigate the environment. A Street Fighter-style flaming uppercut acts as a super jump. A charging maneuver that can be devastating to your foes is also effective when it comes to smashing blocks. By the end of the game, these abilities can be combined into lengthy, deadly combos, and used to reach far-off platforms. Juan also eventually gains the ability to swap between the world of the living and the world of the dead. Much like the Gianna sisters, things change between worlds, opening up new passageways and allowing Juan to reach previously inaccessible areas. The fundamentals of combat are simple enough on the surface, with one button throwing punches, another dedicated to special attacks, and one used to grapple enemies once enough damage has been doled out. Grapples are very effective for crowd control, since once an enemy is in Juan's grasp, the game slows down and an arrow indicates where your foe will be tossed. And throwing your enemies into each other is always a good idea. Special grapple maneuvers can also be purchased at the game's save points for additional offensive options. Costumes, health, and stamina are also available for purchase. Combat starts out simple enough, but over the course of the game's 6 hours, enemy types are mixed up and combined with the platforming can pose a satisfactory challenge. Some enemies have shields that require a particular special to bring down. Bosses also challenge your mastery of Juan's skills, and many offer multiple phases. As with any Metroidvania game, backtracking is a necessity if you want to grab every secret that Guacamelee has to offer. And this is made painless as a result of a fantastic map and plentiful fast travel points. Blocks that require specific abilities to break are color-coded, and their location is marked on your map, making them easy to find on repeat visits once Juan has the proper skills to smash them. Chests are also marked on the map. Rounding out the distractions are a handful of side missions, which can be found by talking to citizens in one of the 2 towns you're able to visit. These missions involve everything from simple mini-games to talking to every citizen in an effort to gather ingredients necessary to make the world's greatest enchilada. The only problem with these side missions is that they're very centralized and generally don't require any exploration. It's easy to complete most of them within a matter of minutes. The PC version also includes Steam Workshop support, which allows people to create new costumes, as well as the El Infierno expansion. The aesthetics of Guacamelee continue the Mexican theme, with graphics that look like paper crafts straight out of South Park and a modernized mariachi soundtrack. The visuals are simple, but pleasing, and the animations are exaggerated and humorous. While the visuals are generally simple, there are a lot of details that reward those who slow down long enough to really enjoy them. Like watching saguaro cacti morph into skeletal hands when switching between the world of the living and the world of the dead, or noticing the Castle Crashers posters hanging around Santa Lucita. The soundtrack is rather addictive, and you'll likely find tracks lingering on your eardrums hours after stepping away from it. Guacamelee's rewarding gameplay and tight mechanics place it among this year's best titles, both AAA and downloadable. Somehow, the senors and senoritas at Drinkbox have managed to make a wide array of mechanics work together, ultimately creating an excellent side-scrolling beat-em-up and a platform game that adopts Metroidvania mechanics. An amusing story and ridiculous characters give Guacamelee as much charm as any Super Mario game, and the utilization of Mexican culture and folklore gives it a unique feel. If not for its brevity and lack of exploration required to complete side quests, it might have been immaculate, but instead it slips into muy bien territory.